Welcome to the Life in Michigan podcast. Life in Michigan is more than an online magazine. We share the stories, experiences, and vibrant personalities that make the Great Lakes state truly unique. In this podcast, we bring you inspiring, heartwarming, and sometimes unexpected conversations with people who call Michigan home. From the rugged beauty of the Upper Peninsula to the bustling creativity of Kalamazoo, we'll cover the stories and define what it means to live, work, and play in Michigan. Get ready, Michigan craft beer fans. In this episode of the Life in Michigan podcast, we are talking with one of our favorite beer friends, Perrin Brewing's resident beer ninja, Jay Green. Jay Green, welcome to the Life in Michigan podcast.
Hi.
You're always so chipper. I love talking to you. You're one of my most favorite beer friends. Oh, I didn't say that out loud, did I? I don't want anybody to hear I have a favorite.
It's been a long time. We were talking about that earlier today about how long we've known each other.
Yeah. It has been a while. Yeah. Since we were at Tri-City, like years and years ago. Wow. Awesome.
Back when we were in an old dirty warehouse, and
that's right.
I invited you guys over to a music festival.
Yeah. I still remember that. I still remember meeting you, going there, checking that out. I think we met Scott, right? Wasn't one of the people playing there?
Yes.
Yeah. Who's been I think I ran into him. It's been years since I ran into him, but anyway. Well, welcome to the Life in Michigan podcast. For those folks that are somehow have no idea who Jay Green is, maybe you can give like a little bit of background about who you are and how long you've been in Michigan and how you gotten started in the beer world.
Well, I've lived in Michigan my entire life. For a short time when I was very young, my mother moved us to Florida for a little while, but then came back to Michigan, and pretty much since my entire life is all I remember is Michigan.
Nice.
And I have kind of been great because living here and getting into the beer world has given me a chance to travel all over the state and see some of the greatest spots that we have here. Like, it's amazing what we have to offer in Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. It's kind of hard to pick, a favorite weekend or favorite time.
Yeah.
But I got started brewing. Literally, a friend of mine came to me and said, "Hey, you want to make beer? Come over to my garage." And my first question was, "Well, is it legal? Can we do this?" And it turned us down a road of fermentation that just exploded. Like everything from making bread to yogurt to cheeses to making beer. I took the hobby and ran with it and decided. I met Paul, the brewer at Tri-City, and I asked him to come clean the mash tun on a Saturday when he was brewing. And most brewers are going to say, "Yeah, absolutely, come help." That's right. That's the worst job of brewing. Come do it. And it's all sweaty and gross. And I kept showing up for like 6 months, and he's like, we should probably start paying you because you come, clean out the mash tun all the time and ask a lot of questions. And that was 17 years ago.
Wow, really?
Yeah, almost 18.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. So basically, you were getting into the beer scene about when it was just before it got kind of huge.
Yeah, right before everything exploded. My buddy Jeff and I that brewed together, we were actually sitting at Michigan Brewing, having a beer, and we were looking at something on an internet on our phones at the time, which back then was pretty rudimentary, but we still had a map, and it said that there were 50 to 60 breweries in Michigan, and we came up with the plan that 50 or 60 breweries, we can hit them all. We can hit everyone that isn't that hard, and they give us a reason to travel around the state and makes excuses to go see these things. I've been to over 375 in Michigan now.
Man.
I don't think I've been to them all. I'm pretty sure I'm not. We were talking on a ride over here. I've been to at least 500 breweries close, 475 to 500 breweries total in Michigan and outside. And I mean, I still have a passion for it. I still love it.
That's
I
crazy.
still love seeing all the innovative and crazy things people do, even though the process is almost exactly the same no matter where you go.
That's awesome.
I mean, it's been around thousands of years, and it hasn't changed that much other than the fancy toys that we get to play with now.
Right, right. Well, when we were over with you because now you're at Perrin Brewing, which is a much big, it's quite a few steps up from the homebrew days. But yeah, just all the level of automation that you have there. But still, it's still the same thing, right? Water and grains and yeast. Yep. Fantastic. So
and temperature control and being clean and
right. Well, we have known, at least come to know you by your nickname, the Beer Ninja.
Yeah.
Do you actually have ninja skills?
I can't kick that high anymore, but I can try. That all started as a joke back when I was at Tri-City. They wanted to know what my job title was, and I mean, job titles don't really matter when you're doing 1,000 things and you're responsible for almost everything. So I'm like, well, you never know where I'm going to pop up. One day I'm bartending, one day I'm cleaning tanks. Sometimes I'm helping bottle. I'm driving the fork truck. Whatever was needed, I did, and that's where that all came from. And I keep that moniker going. Like everywhere I go, I'm sitting at a bar having a burger, and somehow I whip out a tap wrench and start helping the bartender fix something before. I mean, it's just my nature, I guess.
That is awesome. It definitely is fitting.
Mm-hmm.
It is. So how, Cowboy Doug.
Oh yes.
He Hot Man. How did he fit into the picture? Was he over at Tri-City, or was he at what brewery was he at over there?
He worked at 51 North in Lake Orion at one time with Adam Beretta. He was a bartender there. He wanted to get out of, I believe he was doing carpentry at the time, and he wanted to change careers. So he started bartending and then learning about beer, and then he ended up at a beer distributor out of Flint. So we would run into him at all different events because he was the person helping organize a lot of the breweries and the logistics of the festivals. And him and I hit it off. Just like most people, he was a one of a kind character, and you never knew exactly who you were going to meet because sometimes he's going to be a cowboy, sometimes he's a professor.
That's right.
Yeah. We ran into him one time when he was with the Extraordinary Gentlemen of Drinking or whatever it was, and they had all these patches on that they would earn. Yeah, that was pretty crazy.
Yeah. Wasn't that the where we did the
rock, paper, scissors?
Rock, paper, scissors. Were you there when we did that?
I don't think I was there for that one. I remember that competition though. That was funny. That was a great one.
That was super fun. That was bringing back all kinds of memories. Yeah. So, I didn't mean to get us sidetracked with Cowboy Doug.
Oh, no.
I often think of him, especially when I see the back of a camper. I'm
yes,
like, oh,
absolutely.
Cowboy would take a picture of that.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
Yes.
And go ahead.
It's been kind of great too. Is he kind of inspired some of the things I did. I did a collaboration beer with Adam Beretta when Cowboy passed, and we were able to work with Sean from Top Hops.
Oh yeah, nice.
To get some hops for that beer, and that base beer that I created there is kind of what I've been using for a lot of the beers moving forward. One of the topics we want to talk about today is things in Michigan. We're making Great Lakes Grown IPA here at Perrin. And it's based off the beer I made for Cowboy.
Oh wow, really?
Wow.
That's crazy.
I call it a Midwest Cowboy IPA. Because styles are there, but IPAs are pretty broad anymore, depending on what you put in them. This is very much kind of a combination West Coast, Midwest kind of IPA, but using all Michigan hops, all Michigan grain. And
hops from Top Hop?
Hops from Top Hops. The grain comes from Great Lakes Grain malting out of Traverse City.
Nice.
We've been working with them lately. It's been nice being able to get something so close.
Yeah.
We started off on our pilot system. We have a small batch that we keg off just for the tap room. They allowed me to make a bunch of Michigan beers, so I brought those ingredients in, and then it went over so well. Now we're making a bigger batch to help distribute some to help hopefully support farmers more here in Michigan.
Wow.
Because that's what, to me, that's what it's all about. Because without farms, there is no beer.
Yeah.
And, and there's so much more that farming contributes to all of us outside of beer and what we eat.
Yeah. Well, and Michigan is a very agriculturally based, business based state, so that makes sense as well.
I mean, I never realized living here in Comstock Park, north of Grand Rapids, we drive 5 miles in any direction, and there's nothing but orchards. Just apple orchards everywhere, cherry orchards. There's so much abundance of food growing in this area, and you don't really see it until you take a left and get off the main road, and then all of a sudden it's everywhere.
Yeah. Well,
it wasn't that called the Fruit Ridge? I think we talked about that with
absolutely, Fruit Ridge, yes.
Yeah, the Fruit Ridge with Paula.
Yeah, and that's why we started doing cider because of we're so close to all of this, and we have access to fresh juice that is right in our backyard. Basically, we can go to that orchard and see what they're doing, and taste the apples and see how it's being processed. It's pretty rare to be able to do that.
Yeah, because other states don't have that luxury that everything's got to be either trucked in or moved in. I mean, probably California is another one where they can get stuff locally, but yeah, it's awesome. Have you guys done, so you mentioned like the test pilot, the kind of pilot system that you have, and you've done some Michigan beers. Is this the first one that's all Michigan that's potentially going to be distributed from Perrin?
Yes. We've always dabbled with Michigan ingredients. I mean, at one point we were to use all Michigan Cascade when it was available. Now that's changed a little bit, but we've always tried to use as much as we could. But this is the first one that's all Michigan ingredients.
Excellent. It's very cool. So talk that, like I'm aware of the size of Perrin, but maybe talk about that for our listeners. Like where's Perrin located? It's outside of Grand Rapids. Like how much beer do you guys brew? Like what's the distribution like? And what you're the ninja there, but what does that really look like on a day-to-day basis at Perrin?
Well, we look really big. Perrin's always been a decent sized company. They started off big when the Perrin brothers originally built it. We're the second largest in Grand Rapids area. But when you look at the size of someone like Founders, what they do in 2 weeks is what we do in a whole year. So it's pretty small in the big picture, but we're still a decent amount. We're doing 8,000 to 10,000 barrels. We've got capacity 90 barrel fermenters, 30 barrel fermenters, 150 barrel fermenters. They're quite a bit bigger, 10 times the size that I was brewing with at Tri-City.
Yeah.
Same note, when I came from Tri-City, what we did in a year, I started brewing here at Perrin in 2 weeks. So I mean,
wow,
everything that we could produce at once at Tri-City, I could put in one of my tanks here. So it was a significant jump.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we were just north of Grand Rapids and Comstock Park, very industrial area. They kind of planned it that way originally because there was nothing around. We're only a couple miles from the Whitecaps ball diamond. So we get a lot of business from them during game nights. More and more industry type things are being built around us. So our lunches sometimes are 25 people show up unannounced. Hey, wow. Can we have lunch? And it'll be a Wednesday afternoon, and we've got a tap room packed full of people having lunch in the middle of an industrial complex area, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is. Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah. Originally, the brothers that started this, it was a time where a lot of breweries were opening up in the area, and they opened it up, And then the one brother found out he had cancer, and that changes prospects of things, and that's when they decided to move forward with selling the business. And we've had a process of a couple different companies over the years that bought the parent company, but all said and done, it's been the same. Nothing's really changed here other than the name on the paychecks, and our benefits got better. That's
good.
something that I appreciate, is that I'm getting older, that we're big enough that we can offer insurance and take care of our people, and it's pretty cool. We have employees like brewers here that it's the first time they've ever had insurance in their adult life, because a lot of breweries don't have insurance for the people, and because you're very small, and that's not their fault. It's just nature of being a craft, and keeping it in house.
Yeah,
it's very hard to produce enough to support a bunch of people.
For sure. I mean, we've talked to a variety of brewers over the years, and we interviewed the guy over there at Ipsy Ale House, and I've lost his name now here for a
Ted.
Ted, right? He's
Ted,
been
yes.
around since the 80s, right?
He's the OG.
Yeah.
We have him to thank for fixing all the broken rules here in Michigan and laws. Like, if it wasn't for him looking into it, who knows would have been. I mean, he was the first one to start looking into that. He had to go to England to find out what they were doing there, because there was no one around to ask questions here. I mean, it's amazing now where I can go down the street and ask a friend, like, hey, how does this work for you? And we have that camaraderie. I mean, I've never worked any other industry where you can go ask a friend, hey, how does this work for you?
Right.
And they're willing to tell you. I've accidentally become the person you got to call if you need something. Like, we're capable of carrying certain ingredients that not everybody carries all the time. Oh, shoot, I forgot to order something. Do you have an extra bag? I usually do. And I talk to them like, okay, let's work this out. We'll figure it out. And I can either sell it to them or loan it to them, and they give it back to me. And it's been great. Like, you can't go do that in automotive, where I came from, my background. Like, knowing GM and Ford are not working together.
Right.
They're, they hate each other. They don't want to share information.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you have an extra door panel? No. Get out.
No.
Get your own.
Yeah.
Like right now, East Kent Golding hops is a very old English hop. It's been around a long time. We're brewing an English beer on Friday, and we don't usually use it. And I don't know a lot of brewers that out, so I'm reaching out to friends like, hey, does anybody have this hop that I could buy or somehow pay you back on? I'm not having good luck yet, so I'm going to have to go reach out and just buy wholesale, which I'm not used to. We have contracts for a lot of our ingredients, so set price throughout the year. But when you're buying spot, it's quite a bit more.
Yeah.
And depending on something like that's not produced a lot, the price is high. And it's coming from overseas, so there's other complications.
Oh yeah. Yeah, got to get that stuff through and into the States and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
So how do you pick which hop you're going to want to put in a beer? You mentioned this one. I'm like, oh, what's so special about that particular hop? Like, what is it about hops and that makes you like, oh, I want that one for this beer?
Well, usually you think about what style you're using. More and more styles aren't as important as they once were, but English beers are very specific. They use a very specific type of water, very specific type of hops. So that's what we're trying to emulate, that very traditional thing there.
Mm-hmm.
When you go to something like a modern IPA, it all depends on each crop. Like Galaxy hops coming out of New Zealand and Australia were amazing a few years ago, and they were just blowing up everywhere. And then there was a crop that kind of smelled like garlic, and it was kind of weird for a year or so. So it wasn't as good as the year before. And it's it's the nature of using natural ingredients.
Yeah.
Speaking of Michigan Cascade, I mentioned earlier, the Cascade grown here in Michigan smelled and tasted different than the stuff made and grown out on the West Coast. It had a little bit brighter aroma to it. I believe at one point it was producing more hops here in Michigan than it was out there, but it all depends on where it's coming from. So that's what you go and smell and taste and experience what those things are doing, and then you decide what you want to use in your beers. I mean, it's just like cooking.
Right.
Oh, right.
There's certain places you get your spices from. They're like, okay, this is the best cinnamon in the world comes from here. The best vanilla. Madagascar has amazing vanilla, but there's also traditional Mexican vanillas that are incredible. You just have to search for them.
Yeah. Or if you're doing like basil, right? Might be
absolutely basil.
Yeah, the basil you grow outside, on in your garden. Oh my God, so much better than anything else you can get. So there you go.
Speaking of that, I have an amazing basil plant this year. It's the first time I've ever been able to do it. Usually basil just dies on me immediately, and I've got a small bush out on my patio right now that's just doing well. It's funny you mentioned that. I've been kind of excited about it. I can't wait to use it.
Yeah. Oh man, when you make your own, I don't know if you guys do that, but we make our own pasta sauce, and if you can get fresh basil in there, oh man.
That's kind of a thing for me. I love making everything from scratch. Yeah. It takes so much more time and so much more work. And my wife hates it sometimes because I put so much effort into it. It's like, why is dinner taking 3 hours? It'll be worth it. Believe me, it'll be worth it.
We can't hardly talk to you without bringing up Day with Jay.
Oh, no.
Like, I mean, come on. Day with Jay, like it first started, I think, it was at a summer, wasn't it at a summer beer festival? We were chatting and
I think we were all just chatting, and you guys were mentioning about we were talking about events and different things, and somehow that subject came up, and we all were like, that sounds like a great time.
So we did a Day with Jay just for our listeners' benefit. We planned a Day with Jay. I mean, who doesn't want to go hang out with Jay Green to begin with, but yet have a brewer say, okay, I'll plan a day in Grand Rapids, and we'll hit all of the cool spots you don't know about. So we did that in Grand Rapids. It was absolutely amazing. And then we brought you, I believe, to Ann Arbor.
Oh yes, that was so much fun.
Won big at Pinball.
That was so much fun.
Yeah, we had so much fun doing that. And then we went into Detroit, and we did a dangerous day.
Dangerous day. Oh, that was quite fun.
Yeah.
People coming and going, and
yeah, we need to plan. We've talked about another one, and this year it kind of got away from us a little bit. Summer Beer Festival kind of like screwed that up for us.
Yeah, the dates changed, and then I've got a granddaughter that's started ice skating, so a lot of our time when we are free now, we're like, hey, we got to go see her ice skate because we don't know how long she's going to be doing this. And
well, for sure.
Well, we'll have to plan another one. But like, what was your favorite moment from Day with Jay? I mean, I know there's a lot to pick from.
Oh, so much fun. Sitting at Puck's, having cheese and cider.
Oh, the cheese
and the first
lady.
One, that was so much fun. Honestly, you guys blew my mind when we were in Ann Arbor and we our last stop, and it said Huda as Jay Green. Like that was the funniest thing ever.
Over at Hidden King,
Hidden
King, yes.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
Yeah, that was
so
was loads of fun.
Yeah, Mark put up that special sign.
Well, that was awesome.
Yeah.
So many to pick. I mean, we had such a good time. I mean, we had a lot of fun in Marquette.
That was good.
Quiet because I was a little bit hungover.
I forgot about that one.
Yeah, a little hungover, and I
ate a gummy that morning.
Yeah, that was
missed out on the tattoos.
Now that I have tattoos, we could probably add that to another Day of Jay.
There you go.
At that time, I didn't have a tattoo yet. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well,
it's kind of odd. I love tattoos. I've always been weird about the needle part of it. And now that I have it, I think that was nothing. That was no big deal.
There
Well,
you
we'll
go.
have to plan another one when the UP Beer Fest falls closer to 906 Day, so we can
Oh
get
yeah,
another tattoo up there. We
yeah.
can
I just
take
got to talk. This year, I'm very disappointed. It's first year in a long time I can't go to Marquette for a
Oh,
festival.
oh man.
Our backyard bash anniversary party is the same day.
Oh,
Um,
geez. Yeah.
Andy and Casey will be there because they had planned ahead, but I wasn't. I didn't plan ahead fast enough, and I got to be back here helping throw that party. Um,
Ah.
it's one of our biggest parties we throw every year,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
having it in the same day is kind of hard for me to get out of.
So what is it? It's at Perrin. It's your backyard beer bash?
It's our backyard bash. Every year for our anniversary, we rent a stage, hire a bunch of bands, bring in food trucks, vendors, just throw a big party in their backyard.
Do people have to get tickets or do they just show up?
It's free admission. We do have a VIP area that includes like a food buffet and everything else. But
Ooh,
you can just show up at the door with your ID, and we'll be here all day long.
that's awesome.
We last year I think we had 12 or 14 beers on tap outside.
Wow.
Um, we had 4 or 5 food trucks, like 5 or 6 vendors from a maker's market. We had a little VIP area where you can get food and snacks and things like that while you're watching the music.
Nice. It's like a little mini beer fest.
Oh yes, yeah, we
Pretty
kind of
much.
throw it around
Yeah.
every once in a while.
So when we were talking about Day with Jay,
Excuse me.
We had when we had the Dangerous Day with Jay in Detroit. You said something that has stuck with me and Brenda for quite a while that we always think of is that you said that my favorite beer is always the one shared with friends. And we're like, oh, Jay.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
But so in an era where you've got like people like are still into doing the Untapped and
Hmm.
all this other crap where they're trying to rate beers and do this and that. What do you think is the way that the community kind of keeps its focus on just the real, real human connections and being with others?
That's a good question because that is something that we're all striving for. Every business that has a tap room or a restaurant kind of setting or anything that wants to draw people in, and like
Yeah.
you want to build that community. Because we're talking about community versus hype. You could hype up something all you want, make it a really big deal, and then let people down and they never come back. So
Yeah.
if you're going to make it a big deal, make sure it's a big deal. Make sure that you're taking care of it, everything you can to make sure the beer's good, the food's good, the experience is good, and people are happy and they want to come back. I
Yeah.
mean, the one thing I love about our tap room here, and I'm sure a lot of other breweries around, um, there are people that have been coming to Perrin since day one. They've been here longer than I've been working here. I'm going on. It'll be 9 years in May
Wow.
next year that I've been here, and there's people that have been coming here since the day they opened, and their kids grew up here and they brought family here, and now their kids are coming here with other friends, and like I'm hearing all these stories about how we're part of the community here, and it's so much fun, and I get to sell beer to people that are having their weddings and their backyard barbecues and their family get-togethers and all this stuff, and I get to be a part of that, and to me that's amazing.
Yeah.
um,
Well,
I
you
can't
guys.
think of any other job that would that would offer
Right.
that. Like when I used to work in automotive, I didn't get to see people enjoying their car.
Right. They didn't
Like I just
drive
drove
up.
pork truck around. Yeah,
They didn't drive up and go, Jay, get in. This car's so luxurious. I still love that smell. It's so good.
yeah.
So what's your favorite your favorite beer to brew, and what's your
Oh,
go-to to just like sit down and drink? Are they the same?
favorite one to brew. Like I like the class. I mean, I've said this to you guys before, but I am obsessed with our Perrin Black because it's the same. It's what we brew the most of. It has to be as consistent as possible. Like every single time, it's got to be the same. But also, I love doing the crazy stuff that we do here. like throwing cakes
No-
in the mash tun, and
No rules.
one time we took a bunch of lemon drop candies and shoved it into a trap filter and pushed the beer through it, so it had like this tart and lemony flavor in it. I mean, that's a lot of fun. It's a lot of work, but it's fun.
Yeah.
I just last week I got to make no rules that we do it once a year, and I forget how much is involved in that beer. I mean, 2 days of brewing for one batch,
Wow.
and it's 2 full days. But it's bubbling away right now. It's probably one of the highest gravities we've done on this one, so it's going to be a good one for next year.
How long does that one take? I mean, I know that you typically barrel age those, right? Or no?
Yes, yes. It's fermenting right now. Oh, where'd my cord go? It's fermenting right now. It's going to be put in a barrel once it's done fermenting, and then next April it will be ready. So
Wow.
basically 9-ish months. Where are we at now? August.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So like 7 to 9 months typically before it's ready.
So what's your favorite beer to drink?
Oh, that's a hard one. It usually depends on what's in my hand, but I've always steered towards English style beers. I love a good English brown or an English pale ale. Like most of us, we got into hoppy beers for a while, but I just got burned out on hops. And then, sometimes they mess with my sinuses and I can't breathe it well, and I already have other problems there. Lately, I've been drinking a lot, like during the summer, Pilsners. A lot of lagers that are coming around from a lot of breweries.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I used to love like super hoppy beers and doing like the big IPAs all the time, and now I'm kind of burned out on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because hops, I mean, they kind of, I'm trying to think of the word. You get like fatigue on your tongue. Like you
Yeah.
can't taste anything else but hops
Yeah.
if they're too hoppy.
Yeah.
And back when the hop wars in the 2010s, I was like, oh, it's got 300 IBUs. Like,
Yeah.
you can't taste that for sure. Like, it's just dumb to put that much in there. It tastes like grass clippings.
I know.
And that's where, there's a lot of backlash on it. And you see a lot of people like, everybody else makes IPAs. I mean, it's the number one seller by far in every brewery I've ever been to.
Yeah.
But there's just 1,000 other styles that are amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny. You do have to have when you go to a brewery, there's always demand for IPAs, but half the time I'm like, if there's a good mix of different beers, I'm like, oh, now we're talking, right? Because every day doesn't have to be IPA day. Some days, like you said, you want a nice English mild or an ESB, and you're just
English
like,
mild is one of my favorite of all time.
Yeah, yeah.
So easy drinking.
Yeah, so good, so good.
And funny enough, low in alcohol.
Yeah,
as they should be. I mean, they're the original session beer.
Right. Yeah, and that's what another thing. I at least with me as I've gotten older, sometimes alcohol is not my friend. Right. It's like get too much and like no.
Hangovers last a lot longer though.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not quite as.
I had 2 beers and a week later I still feel terrible.
Yeah, I can't snap back as good.
You're not as good as you used to be.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, that's right. So you've been in the beer industry for a bit now, Jay. We've established that. So it's shifted a lot over the years, but where do you think it's headed if you had a crystal ball?
Oh, no, I wish. I wish I knew. Honestly, you're definitely seeing less and less alcohol sales in general. That's just the nature. It's always gone up and down. It all depends on how society's treating alcohol at the time. We're seeing a lot more pre-made cocktails and things that are a little bit, I wouldn't say healthier, but less calories and things that are still the social part of it, but not as strong or as, heavy on the body, I guess.
Lower carb intake.
Yes, lower carb intake, calories. We are seeing, the future is definitely, we're going to see THC drinks coming down the line. There are states that have already made them legal.
Yeah. I think
It's a
Wisconsin
very
has that
kind of weird thing there because you can't control it as much, the buzz as much, I would say, because yes, alcohol is going to treat everybody different, but we kind of have the science behind that, knowing exactly how a body is going to react to it. We know that somebody at 150 pounds drinks this amount of drinks, they're probably going to be right here.
Yeah.
THC, that could be different. Like the science isn't there yet to know exactly how it's going to affect people. I mean, we know it's going to make them high, but we don't know exactly how high.
How high? Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That sounds scary.
But that's definitely some things that we're going to see. The NA market is blowing up. Finally, Michigan passed a law that we can actually sell NA beers that we don't produce, because Michigan considers NA beer a beer,
Right.
and you still have to show an ID. You still have to treat it the same as an alcoholic drink. So the laws were very hard to get around, and finally this year, we can finally sell something that's not produced in house.
Yeah, there's a few NAs that I've tried that were fine, but it's still not quite there. I mean, for me, but maybe I just haven't tried the right one.
I've experimented with them just because it's the next new thing.
Yeah.
That's not that new anymore, but also I'm just curious. I'm like, my nature is I make beverages, and
right.
I will make any kind of beverage because that's the skill set I have, alcohol or no alcohol. So you got to try and see what it tastes like and where they're getting the flavor from, and experience it.
Right.
Because for lack of a better word, if you're a cook or a brewer or anything where your senses are involved, you have to experience that to know what it tastes like.
Yeah.
If you've never had Indian food and you start trying to make Indian food, you're probably not going to make it very authentic because you've never had it and you don't even know what it tastes like.
Right. That's a
You
great
can look
example.
at a recipe, but that doesn't mean you know what you're trying to do.
Yeah. You got to experience it.
A few years ago, I think it's almost 10 years, maybe not quite 10 years, we joined you for Brew Day with Fermenta.
Oh,
How
yes.
many years ago that was that? It was
6 or 7.
Yeah,
I've been here, like I said, I've been here at Perrin almost 9 years. We just had my 8th anniversary in May. Yeah. So we did that collab with Fermenta.
Yeah, that was a really cool day because we got to meet. So could you explain for our listeners what Fermenta is?
So Fermenta was, unfortunately, they've disbanded now, but Fermenta was a nonprofit that was set up to help women in the brewing industry, with scholarships and things like books and things like that. It was help promote especially women in the industry, because like many industries, it's a very male-dominated industry. So it's a little bit things that we never thought about, like women in the industry need different size boots, and they didn't make this type of brewing boots that we use in those sizes. So they're like, well, why not? Like there's people that need them, so let's try to find out how we can do that. Scholarship programs. Now there's other groups like Pink Boots and some of the other groups that do the same thing. But Fermenta was a Michigan-based group.
I think,
and we did that collaboration. What's that?
And they disbanded.
Yes, recently, just because there wasn't as many people involved, and there are other groups now that, just like many things, there's a bunch of niche groups, and then they all blend together sometimes. Yeah. There are still groups out there doing it, but mostly now it's Pink Boot Society.
Okay.
We can get a hot blend from a couple different I think Yakima Valley is one of the ones that do a pink boot hop blend, and they donate money to that group. We can get a malt blend that is designed just for them. And, we just found out that Omega Yeast is doing a yeast blend, or a type of yeast that you can purchase year round, and 15% of that sales goes to pink boots.
Wow, that's
Oh,
cool.
So we always wanted to try to help. I was friends with some of the organizers of Fermenta, so I offered to do a collab. And it was one of my first big collabs outside of a brewer friend. And I was crossing my fingers hoping someone would show up. I had no idea what was going to happen. I knew I talked to a lot of people, and way more people showed up than I thought. Like, okay, how am I going to entertain all these people all day? Like, we make sure everything's safe. Um, Somehow it all fell together, and it was awesome. It was like one of my favorite collab days I've ever had. Just
it
because
was.
we had the coffee roaster here talking about
Yeah.
coffee. We
The
had you
coffee
guys here
cupping.
document. Yeah, oh yeah, talking
Yeah.
about cupping. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah. I learned a lot during
Yeah.
that.
We did.
that-
We did. We learned a ton that day. So does Perrin collaborate a lot throughout the year, or do they have, like, do they do how, what does their collaboration program look like at Perrin?
well, we do. I mean, like I said, I collaborate a lot with them, support if I can. But we do collaboration brews. A few years ago, it was our Mitten Brewing and us opened the same year. I believe 2012. Yes, 2012. So we did a 10-year anniversary collab with them. Actually, next Friday, the English beer I'm doing is a Pro-Am collab. So the Beer City Brewers Guild here in Grand Rapids every year does a collaboration competition where we pick a home brewer, picks a name out of a hat, and that's what brewery they get to go to and help brew a beer. So our friend Craig is coming over next Friday. We're gonna brew basically an English pale or an English best bitter beer, and that's gonna be his recipe that I helped work with him on for our system. And then next month, September, yes, in September, there's gonna be a competition with all the other breweries in Grand Rapids and all the home brewers that worked with them. And then we'll see, just like a typical beer competition, to see who wins.
cool.
Last year, our friend Casey, she won first place with her IPA. We took third last 2 years, which we're hoping to do better than third. But 2 years in a row, we placed, so we were
Yeah.
happy.
Hell
Like, we're
yeah.
obviously
Yeah.
making good beer, but we're not making the hype beer that everybody wants sometimes.
Oh man.
But then we have a little festival here in town to promote those, and then as a fundraiser for the guild.
Oh,
That's
for
fantastic.
the guild there in Grand
Yeah,
Rapids.
the Beer City Brewers Guild.
Very nice.
The way laws work in Michigan, in order to get a license to do festivals, you have to be a nonprofit. Otherwise, you're using your own. You have to have a liquor license. Otherwise,
Right.
well, with a nonprofit, you can get a temporary one.
Yep.
And if you become a guild that's helped to promote the industry, you can get one that covers all of our breweries. Otherwise, you have to work just like a regular restaurant or bar and purchase everything separate.
Yeah.
Where this is, they can get a little bit of help to organize it.
Very cool.
Just talking about festivals, do you have a favorite festival?
Oh, UP Festival, hands down. I mean, Burning Foot that's coming up is a pretty cool one, but I'm a little too old to walk on the beach. They moved it from the beach now, so it's a little different. But we've got one I've never been to, but looks amazing. That's going on this weekend is the Taste of the Midwest in Madison, Wisconsin.
Oh,
I've
I've heard
heard
that's good.
That looks amazing. That, like, everybody I talked to about that one, it seems. I've been to the Great American Beer Festival. That was pretty impressive. Way bigger than I thought. They've scaled down a little bit this year, and they're doing it outside, which is going to be interesting.
Oh,
Outside in September or October. I think
Wow.
it is October.
that's in Denver, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, October in Denver, and who knows?
Yeah, it
We'll
should be okay. They're on the dry side of the Rockies, I believe.
That's true.
So But yeah, like you said, you never know. It could be who knows what's going on there in Colorado. But that's one I've never been to. I would like to go, but yeah.
Honestly, now I think about it, the first festival, I went out to Colorado to an Oscar Blues festival. It was called shoot, Burning Can. Yeah, Burning Can. It was a music, dog show, mountain bike race, beer festival. Like it was incredible, and Colorado is a fun place to go in general. But there's dogs going around, people drinking beer, and all kinds of incredible music, and motorcycles and cars, and like you look up on a mountain, and there's all these little tiny things coming down it, and they're mountain bikes racing down the mountain while this is all going on. Wow, so much to see and do, and it was amazing. That one that was one of my favorites.
Oh man,
I know it's hard to beat our Michigan ones. Our Michigan festivals are pretty incredible.
Yeah. Well, like you said, the UP Fest. I mean, there's something about being in Marquette in September. I don't know.
It's just magic.
Hard to beat.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have learned that I don't want to camp. It's a little risky in camping because I usually get rained out.
Right.
When I go up there and camp in my tent. So maybe one of these days I'll get smart and get an RV. Probably not, but maybe.
Maybe.
No one called me smart, so.
We're almost at time. It's
yes. Wow, that went quick.
It did. It always goes so fast. And it's like, how did that hour go by so fast? So we have one more question for you after. So is there anything we missed that you were hoping you would ask us about? Or is there anybody you want to say, hey, shout out to you or anything like that?
Well, first and foremost, if you're going to go out to eat or you're going to go out to have a beer, go hit up a Michigan brewery.
Yeah.
We all need you. Money's tight for everybody, but a lot of us are just doing what we can to keep going.
Yeah.
And you can always support your local places if you can.
Yeah.
It's something that I've lived by for a very long time. Like I said, back with the 40 or 50 breweries, I thought I could hit them all. Now there's so many of them. I try to support. Matter of fact, I was at Our Brewing's new tap room before we started talking today.
Oh, awesome.
They just opened a new one. Shout out to them. Our Brewing's new tap room opened, I think, last week here in Grand Rapids. Fun little spot. Yeah, it's a beautiful little spot. It feels like very much a northern cabin kind of feel inside of it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
We'll have to
this is a lot of fun.
That out when we're over
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So you want to ask the last question?
Oh, sure. Why not? So it's basically, Jay, what is your perfect Michigan day? So where would you go? What would you be doing? And what kind of beer would you finish it off with?
Oh. Well, it'd have to be Marquette because Marquette is just a magical place. I mean, anywhere in UP, but that whole area, Michigan, is beautiful. There'd have to be water and fishing involved, possibly, because it's something I love doing, but I don't never get as much of a chance to do it as I want to. Beer. Oh, well, if we're in Marquette, we're gonna have a Black Rocks or an Ordock.
Very nice.
Man, that's tough. Well, there's so many other beautiful places. Like, I love going to the upper Mitt part. We talked about Traverse City area a couple times. That's a beautiful part of the state too. But because it's so beautiful, it's always busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Always so many cars, like so many towns in Michigan and, like even Ann Arbor, where we are, like it wasn't built for the number of people that like trying to cram onto that street, right?
Yeah.
Like
the streets are so narrow.
Yeah.
And the neighborhood that I live here in Grand Rapids doesn't have sidewalks. Like it wasn't designed for walking. Like I'm very confused by it because it's an older neighborhood. But everybody just walks down the middle of the road. So when you're driving through the neighborhood, you're like, oh, there's people on the top of this hill.
Yeah.
Kid on a bike.
Yeah. Watch out.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, that sounds like a fantastic day.
Mhm.
Excellent. Well, Jay, thank you so much for
Thank
being
you guys so
on
much
Life
for
in
everything you
Michigan.
do.
This is fun.
Oh yeah.
And I can't wait to get the next day with Jay on.
Oh yeah, we got to start planning something. We should
for
have
sure.
anybody listening tell us where should we go next.
Yeah, there you go.
That's right. Where should we go next?
Yeah, where should we go next and hang out? And I've had a couple. A friend here at work said come to Grand Haven. He lives there. We talked about Traverse City. More friends in Metro Detroit told us to come. I mean, every time I see somebody like, hey, come do a day with Jay, we're coming here. Because they want to take us around and show us what the cool things that they have. And to me, that was the original idea. It was like,
for sure,
it's not about me. It's about, hey, I'm new to Grand Rapids. I was learning some new things too when you guys came over. I've been to Ann Arbor a few times, but never with someone that lives there that knows what's going on and takes us to the cool places that are already there. So to me, that's the whole fun.
That is part of the fun. We didn't really have a good guide when we were in Detroit, but we made it work.
Oh yeah,
right. We figured it out. We figured out where we wanted to go.
Yeah, I love that idea though of tapping into some folks that, hey, come on out. Yeah, let's do it. Sounds good.
For sure.
Make some new friends.
Great to see you, Jay. We'll
You
talk
too.
to you later.
Bye.
Thank you so much for listening. Be sure to hit subscribe on your favorite podcast service to catch every episode of Life in Michigan. Help us spread the word by rating the show, sharing it with your friends, your neighbors, your family, your mail carrier. Share it with everybody, and leave a comment. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Stay connected by following us on our website and social media. This is a Life in Michigan production. Until next time, take care and have a fantabulous day in Michigan.